Hey guys, happy Monday. Oh my gosh, we need to have a little chat, I think, this morning about my last story that I posted last night sharing a comment from one of my DMs. Now, I did what most people on the internet should do, and I slept on it, and I said, if I wake up in the morning and I still feel the same way, like I need to address this, then I will. So I'm here. This is probably going to be a little bit long-winded, but it is so important, and I'm going to explain to you why it's important. So bear with me, because I want to walk anybody through this process of the diet culture mentality of energy expenditure and why calories in versus calories out is so toxic to your overall health and well-being, and why it is not a part at all of what I am doing for month one of restoring my hormone health. So I want to get into that in a way that I have not done on social media. I've done it with over 2 hours of content within the Work in Progress series, but I'm gonna just tackle this really quick as fast as I can on social media this morning. So the first thing that I wanna say is why I am addressing this comment specifically. And it is not because I am triggered or offended to the point that I feel like I need to defend myself. What it did was it helped me realize that there are a lot of Lindsays out in the world, way too many for me to address individually, who have that type of mindset that if you just eat less, if you just move your body more, you'll lose weight. And that idea does not apply to everyone. Yes, if your body is functioning properly, it is about energy in versus energy out. But if your body is in survival mode, if your hormones are shut down, if you are suffering from adrenal fatigue, if you are suffering from thyroid issues, if you have chronic inflammation, if you have not slept more than 3 to 4 hours in 4 years, your body shuts down. And what happens is your hormones control the every function within your body. So when your hormones aren't functioning properly, it registers every single thing, whether it is dieting and calorie restriction, whether it is exercise, lack of sleep, environmental stress, mental stress. It recognizes everything as stress, and it releases cortisol. Now, most of us have heard the word cortisol. Most of us have an understanding of how cortisol is bad to our health, bad to the weight loss process, because it is the body's like emergency response to feeling like there's an emergency in your body. And so when you don't listen to the whispers of there being an emergency, the whispers eventually become screams. And that's exactly what happened in my body. Now, I am saying this as a fitness professional, a certified personal trainer for over 15 years. I am not an influencer, guys, who lost weight online and then built a brand. I have been a certified personal trainer and nutrition specialist for over 15 years. I know my stuff. You want to talk calories, you want to talk macros, you want to talk body transformation, I can do that. You want to talk exercise periodization to go to specific goals, I got that. But I had never in my life truly understood what I am dealing with now. So I am on new ground, which is why I created this series. Because if I didn't know this stuff, then the odds are you don't know this stuff either. And that is why I have created the Work in Progress series, so that I can go in depth. Like I said, month one has 2 hours of content, in-depth how-tos, in-depth guides and resources. I have spent thousands of dollars trying to get to the root cause of what my symptoms were. I had all of the symptoms for PCOS. I had all of the symptoms for cortisol, adrenal fatigue, thyroid issues, but not on my standard labs. It took a lot of specialists to get, and a lot of tests to get those answers. So in this series, I specifically walk you through what doctors to see, what tests to ask for, how to order the tests for yourself if you don't have the money to get them from the doctors, and most importantly, what protocol you can start to apply right now to your own situation without even going to see the doctors, because most of us, especially if you're a woman of childbearing age, have the same type of hormone disruption. So if you have not checked out the series, check it out here, but I want to get into specifically this whole calories in versus calorie out mindset. So I've gone through the steps this morning to actually calculate what my body needs in terms of calorie requirements based off of my most recent stats from yesterday. But before I get into that, I want to emphasize here, again, I feel like I can't do this enough, that nothing about restoring your hormone health, especially in my program for month 1, has anything to do with calories, counting calories, tracking your food. You do not have to weigh yourself. There is absolutely no exercise. The point of month 1 is to give your body the time, the rest it needs in order to use any energy it has available to heal your body from the inside out. And the way that you do that is through nutrition. So nutrition is one of the biggest aspects of month 1, because if your body is in a depleted state, it needs the minerals to feed your hormones to restore that balance. And none of that can happen if you are exercising or you're dieting or you are restricting your calories in any way. Because again, what happens when you are dieting or restricting your calories or even exercising is that your body initiates that emergency response that you are under stress, and it releases cortisol and it shuts things down. That is true when you are in a hormone situation like I am. If your body is functioning properly, then yes, restricting calories can be effective. It's probably important. The quality of your food is important. Moving your body is important. But when you are in the place that I am in, where you have been working out 4 to 6 days a week, for 8 months consistently, you have been dieting and calorie restricting. You are in a season where you are 40 years old, you've had 2 babies back to back in the last 4 years, you've been breastfeeding, and you've only been getting, 3 to 4 hours of sleep. You have to take a different approach because your body is smart. It is going to adapt, and the way that it adapts is to survive. And the way that it survives is not by helping you achieve your fat loss goals. It's by sending you signals that things are broken and you need to repair them. So calories are important for month 1, but not in the terms of tracking. Not in the terms of like deprivation. You need to be in an abundance of nutrients. It is all about an abundance, not deprivation, in month 1 in order to restore the way that your hormones are functioning properly. Here's how you calculate your calories exactly how I did. Number 1 is you have to know what your body weight is comprised of. How much of your body weight is body fat versus your organs, your muscles, your bones. You need to know the difference between that number. And the way that you know that difference is by getting a scale, an impedance scale that measures that. The scale that I use is called FitTrack. I am not affiliated with this company. I know there's also a scale called 𝗪𝗏 that has pretty good reviews, but mine is a FitTrack. So once you have your body weight, lean mass versus your fat mass, you go online, and on the next slide, I'm going to show you the calculator to use. You're going to use the 𝗪𝗏𝗪 formula, and you're going to calculate how many calories your body needs to survive based on your lean mass. So here are my numbers based off of my most recent stats from yesterday. These numbers have changed because I have been losing so much weight. So according to my most recent stats and my activity level being sedentary right now, prioritizing rest, my body needs 1,798 calories per day just to maintain where I am right now. Now, here's the problem with Lindsay's idea or reverberation of diet culture. She said, in order to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Well, let's take 1,798 calories per day, which is what my body needs right now, and let's times that by 7. You're going to get the number 12,586. Now, for the first 2 weeks, I was losing 5 pounds per week. And she's arguing that in order to lose that much weight, I have to have been in a calorie deficit. Well, if my total calories for a week is 12,586 calories, and there are 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat, 3,500 calories times 5 pounds in a week is 24,000 calories that I would have had to have burnt in order to lose 5 pounds based off of a calorie deficit. Where did I get the other 11,914 calories in order to burn 5 pounds each week? just for 1 week, 5 pounds in 1 week. How did I get that extra 11,914 calories? Most people who are losing that amount of weight are exercising to create that deficit, right? I am not exercising at all. The weight that I am releasing right now in month 1 without exercise, without dieting, with actually increasing my calories beyond what my body needs is through rest, is through upping my calories so that my body feels safe again, so that I create that environment where my body feels like it is okay to use the energy to restore what is broken. So the whole idea of calories in versus calories out does not apply to anyone who is dealing with the type of hormone dysfunction that I am dealing with right now. It goes completely out the window. That is why we do not track our food in month 1. That is why nobody needs to figure out how many calories you need. You need to focus on the quality of your food and the abundance of the nutrients that you need to restore your hormones. What nutrients do you need to restore your hormones? Check out my work in progress series, 2 hours, detailed guides, how-tos. I literally walk you step by step through the process for figuring that out for yourself. Because again, just because my calories are 1798 doesn't mean that your calories aren't 2000 or higher or maybe lower, but you're not gonna know because you gotta do the work for you. And that is how I help you in this series, is I literally walk you through the process step by step. If you're curious about anything about this series, you can send me a DM, a private message. You can click the link right here. I will send you to the series where you can learn all about it. It is not too late to join me, and hopefully I'll see you inside.